This show is brought to you in partnership with CEDA.
Primetime Life.
Good evening and welcome to Primetime Life. Today we get to join you from the beautiful and luxurious Grand Palm Hotel's presidential suite. And having said that, we get to cross over to join a fashion and lifestyle movement, and that is Fashion Without Borders.
Primetime Life.
Fashion Without Borders is an exclusive event showcasing and uplifting Africa's young fashion designers and some of the most stunning models. The show is all about giving a platform to upcoming and recognized designers and their models. Through the platform, designers and models can learn from each other to better their craft. This year's edition of Fashion Without Borders was held following strict COVID-19 protocols.
With Fashion Without Borders being a fashion and lifestyle movement showcasing young African talent as well as new faces of models, tonight we get to join them for the 2020 Fashion Without Borders.
The event, which was tagged the Phygital Experience, was staged both physically and digitally to allow to reach a wider audience. Each of the two shows allowed a maximum of 50 people.
I'm standing here to present the show that has been designed by our young designers at Gaborone Technical College. I always call them young and vibrant designers. They are all standing behind on my left. And among them, but we do have two boys who did very, very well in these collections. So today we are going to present 7 collections that were made by the students collectively, because they have been in the college for just 1 year. And they started working on these collections when they were only 6 months in the institution. So you will see that we do have creative young people in our society. Today we are saying TVET, we can dress Botswana. I always like to quote my deputy director. She once addressed us and said, TVET can transform Botswana. And now today we are saying TVET, we can dress Botswana. So let's sit back and enjoy the show that has been put together by the young designers at Gaborone Technical College. Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you. And as we are sitting down, please let's put our masks on and maintain social distancing.
The 6th annual Fashion Without Borders unpacked an exciting experience that captured the attention of fashion lovers across the city. Attendees of the special event were treated to a live performance by Botswana's very own songstress, Mpho Sibina. Some of the designers that took center stage to display their designs were Versatile Creations, Les Ways Exclusive, Just Grip Creations, Lenita Fashions, Dikonza Designs, Trudy Vidic, Sparkle Designs, to mention but a few.
By the way, in terms of the designers of these amazing looks that you will get to see,
The reason for this show today was just to carry on what has been happening all throughout 5 years. FWB so as you know, FWB is one of the shows that main purpose like to take designers and then and then in this era ya COVID it's not that we are not aware or the protocols of COVID. We managed, we did by all means already go through them again. Yeah. And then even with the numbers, they're already paid 50. We really said, you know what, we're just going to do this. At the end of the day, we are part of the creatives. Sided creatives and they can't do the 50. We're just saying, just think out of the box. How you can pull out the show in Senyana, crowd 50 one. Right now, I believe the show was a success. What we did was, for us to really achieve 50, we said, you know what, our number. So we just took 50 in a first leg. It's similar to 60, 8. Then from 8 to 10, another 50 to make it 100. That's one way of just trying to play around with numbers. Complain, 50 million, 50 million. When you can do something around that 50, it's how you play around with it. Yeah.
It's our first time to showcase that Fashion Without Borders. We once had a show last year. Trash reading like a matakal. But Rumpiano Hakesan Taratamo Fashion Without Borders. That showcase Salabanate. Badi Barakabale collectively, Koranasa de collection, I lose. Omabali 3 Bashara collection, Kanabali 2 Bashara collection. So Nertisted garments in 18. Tatasa Sutanatona Ko Mote, Kanakochi 10 Releka ho rekisa bana ba rona to the industry. Releka ho ba rekisa to the buyers. Ra itse rona di shop tse lore di reka diaparo mo bathong ba ba rokang. So releka ho bapatsa bana ba rona gore ga ba tswa mo ba etsa mo sekolong ba kgona go ikemela ka bonosi ba hire ba bangwe ba create ditiro be ba kgona gore ba itse go ba ka itlekisang teng. So re tsa ke platform ya Fashion Without Borders ena le di buyers tseno ba ka kgona go bona bana ba rona kana ba identify ba ile gore e ka re in future ba kgona go dirisana le bone mo di mo go tsa dithekiso tsa diaparo.
What inspired us was culture. We made our collection looking at culture, like things we do around. We chose our fabrics looking at culture, designs and all that. I have a passion for fashion, yes, and I'm also a model. I was also one of the models who were showcasing the clothes. And it is a great opportunity for us to be here actually, because we learned a lot of things. What we learned at school and what we learned here yesterday at the master class, it helped us. It will help us a lot. We are getting it in force. From here, like you should expect us. You should expect more from us. The students at GTC.
Myself, I've been doing this for 3 years now, and as I did for the COVID-19. It came as a nightmare to us because we were thinking that for this year we'll keep on seeing many changes as a way of improving ourselves as a model. But then ever since COVID-19 started, we facing kind of drawbacks here and there. But then now we're thinking that everything from now onwards will keep on changing for our better. And we are hoping for the better.
I've been a model for 3 years now, and it has been a great experience thus far. From the current show that we've been doing, I've had the chance to be in top 6 when I started in 2017, and then I made it to being the best model in 2018. Currently standing in as the 2019 presidential competitions national winner. So for me, I would say COVID, though a bit of a setback, it's also a time for me where I said reflect back and see where I need to fill in the gaps. So it has been a chance for me to be able to work on myself, do more shoots, collaborate more with the photographers and fashion designers that we have. Also, another thing is that I was able to take the time to say, you know what, let me extend help to the upcoming models. So for me, I'd say it's been more good than bad. Also because I was able to finish school, so it gave me time to not do more of dodging. So it's been a great year. And I hope that as we continue to take precautions, we'll be able to get out of this. However, I'd like to thank the youth ministry because it was able to give us some relief. That on its own, although we didn't get much of jobs, it's some sort of essay to say, you know what, be hopeful. So for that, I'm grateful, and for this very initiative that we were able to participate as models. And the way that it was done, it was in a fair way because the coordinators made sure that everyone had somewhat similar or the exact number of designs, so everyone was able to be seen, hence getting that excitement that, wow, I'm doing a fashion show after so long.
Primetime Life.
Right about now, we cross over to a little bit of work, a little bit of fun in Lobatse through the Bush Train Media Tour.
Primetime Life.
Bush Train recently hosted members of the media on a tour that was to give them a glimpse of what the Bush Train event was all about and how it would have unfolded.
Bush Train is hosted by a company called 24365. 24 hours of the day, 365 days of the year. We're an events company. Our idea is to be a mobile party company. We had our first initiative called the Bush Train. Namibia, Zimbabwe, and even Singapore. They have a train party event. The idea of the Bush Train 2019 was to see revelers get on a train from Gaborone, party on that train to Lobatse with local DJs on that train. When they get to Lobatse, our host of our picnic in the afternoon and the festival in the evening would be Crescent School.
I think it's really it's pleasing to see in this time, COVID, one of the hardest hit sectors, tourism, coupled with the other hard hit sector being creatives and entertainment. It's very, very pleasing to see a combination of the two in this very difficult time, still trying to show the resilience. I think not just Bush trains, but I think it's the resilience that Botswana is known for, Botswana are known for. Our history, especially that this is a history-related event, our history will tell you that in the beginning of this country, but see where we are now. So I believe Bush Train is also on the same track.
The first stop was at the Freak Show go-kart track, the Formula One style kart racing destination. Here, members of the Fourth Estate took a spin on the track. The second was the Lobatse Legislative Council. The premises, which were declared a national monument in 2012, were used during the colonial time. The building housed the Legislative Council in 1960. Contributors like Sesreta Kama, Sekitumile Masiri, Kosiba Tuing, and Dr. Mulema were members of the council.
Immediately, Mama Sarina has now Aba introduce an indirect rule. In this rule, Yakari Zore, Mo Lahasilaron. Merafi Kaboyone in all the courses, they were supreme among Merafi Abon. Me Mama Sarina Latin. About Takamala Well and Waha. In short, Anna Okarki Musa Ace. The Jose Bedina, what Tassimo hierarchy, ya governance, Yano. Honemo, have a home said Jose as time goes. Mama Sarina took us about 1855. And then on the way, the Jose did negotiate a deal. Now we want to say in the governance of the protectorate. This one say Lanka 1820. Hobo Irua Council. African Advisory Council, the European Advisory Council.
The next stop was Target Meat Industries, a family-owned meat processing and distribution company.
We are 100% citizen-owned company, and citizen I mean by birth and not by just by naturalization, but we have been here for a very long time. I don't know if
More than 26 years.
Yes. So my mother is the general manager. I'm the assistant general manager, and my father is the managing director. Today, I will be giving you a brief tour, but also a brief summary on the products that we make. Right here, we have, if I'll unveil this for you, we have our Russian, we have our chili Russian, we have kabanosi. We're the only people who make this kind of kabanosi in the entire country. Trust me, they've tried to compare Babalage. We've got our chili bites, we've got our burger patties, we've got our beef sausage, breakfast wars, cocktail, leleme.
The Fishkizi Monument was the next stop. The homestead, which was declared a national monument, also in 2012 housed some of the ANC comrades such as Nelson Mandela and Amin Kaji.
I would like to welcome you people to the, first of all, we call it, or people think of it as a proverbial township. A place which was then a guarantor of the security of freedom. You're right here. Allow me to say it most Setswana, le mo lapeng la ga refish ke itseng. Refish ke itseng e ne le Motswana o go ga Ngwaketse. O ile mining for South Africa ya ka bontsi ba rona bagolo ba rona ne ba ya ka 1948 I joined the ANC. He started first with unions. I mentored JB Max. Some of you might know JB Max, the communist intellectual who did political classes and taught unionists about politics.
After a visit to the Fishkizi home, the media passed by the Samora Machel monument.
Samora Machel bane banna ba kopana mo go tsone di tsa dipolitiki. Samora Machel o tsile kwa ka 1969 o nnile ha le baka la kgwedi tse tharo a ile go roko ke rene sa go jong khabising go tleng ha gagwe ha o na heta ba hetela Tanzania for Berlin trainings mme o nnile ha le baka la 3 months a nna ha na go ya nna ntsi na go ntsi go na le molapo ha le ha mora go tshopisi mena ka kana go le se go ariwe di shop na go ntsi ne re ha le motshegare na tlhola teng kwa a tlhola bala dibuka tsa gago bana ba malapeng le ba bagolo go gompieno ke bagolo ya ka re ba ka ha ne ba raka ba ne ba ya go ba moisetsa dijo motshegare teng kwa mme go ka se bone mo gore ba tswa ba isa dijo ka gore e ne le motshegare ke na go eo.
Members of the media also passed by Crescent Private School, where the event was to be hosted.
Primetime Life. Primetime Life.
The last stop was at the breathtaking Billing Dam. After appreciating the wonderful scenic view of the dam, the day was wrapped up with refreshments and entertainment. I'm here with Andre, who is with the marketing department, Kohoneko Bush Train. He's going to basically tell us about why we are here. This is their media tour that they've since organized. Welcome to the show, Andre.
Thank you. Welcome, Primetime.
Now, now we are in Lobatse. Basically, take us through that trail from Gaborone to Lobatse and the different stops that you actually had to undergo.
Thank you very much. Yes, Bush Train is basically an entertainment event coming from a company called 24365. Yes, and in 2019 we had envisioned an event that we had benchmarked in Zimbabwe, Namibia, and even Singapore, a train party. Yes, our revelers, our patrons were to come from Gaborone to Tolobatse on a train. Yes, have a party on a train when they get to Tolobatse, get to see different areas, have activities, horse riding, quad riding, go-kart riding, and play games mohele, and just to be able to get the feel of a chilled event, family friendly. Yes, have a picnic set up in the afternoon and a festival in the evening.
I feel like, you know what, I think the area MP Ko Gaborone Central did say, you know what, there's nobody who can tell the Botswana story better than Rona. I feel like we should do more in terms of telling the story to Rona and showing it to Batho. Actually, Botswana has a rich history. Actually can be harnessed into movies, into stories. Like you and me could, you know, write stories telling this super, you know, our history. Our first president history.
So tell us about the first stop, the moment that it's Molobats.
Yes, we went to the first parliament. It is directly behind the Lobatse High Court. You know, that's where the guys took us through the negotiations that went through. From then on, we went to the Nelson Mandela thing. They gave us a little history. We traveled up north. Marshall. Actually, you know, it's not only Botswana history, it's also integrated history of South Africa as well as Mozambique.
Primetime Life.
Unfortunately, we have come to the end of tonight's program, but please be reminded to take all the COVID-19 precautions as said. Until we meet again next time, it's a good night and God bless.
This show was brought to you in partnership with CEDA.